So this is to the mums. How is life treating you now your kids are back at school? How are your kids? I have just spent the morning trying to convince my 5-year-old to go to school. He loves school, pre-lockdown this time last year, runs into school at 100 miles an hour, completely happy and filled with joy to go to school and be with his friends. It's a very different picture. Most mornings we have a battle with him saying, say a battle, it's not a battle, but he just tells me he doesn't want to go to school. He is only 5 and a young 5 and can't verbalise or tell me exactly what it is as to why he doesn't want to go to school. I feel so blessed because the school that he's at, the teachers and the staff are so amazing. They really do care, and I've really got a big issue when teachers drag your children off saying, come on, let's go, as the children screaming and the mum's nearly crying and having to walk away because it's too painful. And so we don't do that, and I've always said that I'll never do that. And I always said, actually, if my children don't want to go to school, then I'd rather take them out and homeschool them. This current moment, I can't do that because I have to go to work. So it's really hard. I felt really guilty, I felt really sad, and I want to find out why and what's happening. But this last year, I worry so much about our children and how this is going to affect them for the rest of their lives. So I've done lots of inner child work, and I had a good childhood and a loving family, and I still had a lot of work to do, a lot of fears, a lot of blocks, and a lot of things that have come from my childhood. And that's not anybody's fault, that's just how my life has been. And that helps us on our journey as well, because that's what forms who we are. But what worries me is, how is that going to form how our children are, their beliefs, their fears, their irrational fears, their behaviours, and how they can move forward with life. Is so hard, isn't it? I mean, how we can't do the guilt thing as parents, but obviously we can be there and we can nurture our children and just do our best, because that's all we can do. But I do worry about the mental health of our children. Let's face it, homeschooling was hard. We wasn't always our best self. We didn't always do what maybe was right because we were so exhausted and so burnt out ourselves. Just a really thoughtful morning for me, and I just wondered how it's affecting you guys and how we can move past that. What can we do collectively as a parent, how we can help our children? And I think the biggest key is communication, however that looks for you. For me, is absolutely making sure that my children feel safe and letting them know that I will do all I can to keep them safe and that they are loved. And those, so I've worked with a lot of Louise Hay in how to heal your body and how to heal your life, and a lot of our physical ailments as children and as adults come up, and a lot of the affirmations that she gives are, I am safe, I am loved, I flow with life. It's all of those things, and what worries me is how this is going to affect them in the future. So my plea to you as parents is to work with your children. We're all too quick, sorry, that was my dog. We're all too quick to kind of feel triggered and shout. But the behaviour that they're displaying is not a bad behaviour. They're not being naughty. It's a cry for help and attention. And I really don't like it when people say, oh, they're just attention seeking. Yes, absolutely, they are attention seeking. There is a need that's not being met when there is a behaviour that is not desired. And just to look at that behaviour and maybe just kind of stand back and with all of your strength, which I know takes a lot, to try and reassure your child and find out why that behaviour is happening to them, and just give them a big cuddle, a huge cuddle, because ultimately they just need that love and that nurturing, and so do we. So if you've got somebody that can do that for you too, then that is as equally as important. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. How's life sitting with you guys right now? Yeah, and if I can do anything to help, then I am always here to take care. Bye bye.